Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Nick the Mystic, and today we're going to be talking about 5 things that you must know for this powerful new moon in Aries. There are some huge key dates and astrological events and portals happening this week. The Equinox Gateway portal on March 20th is an energetic opening for cosmic frequencies and source energy to flood the earth plane and blast our field of consciousness with higher light and higher love, allowing for upgrades in our spiritual light bodies so we may hold higher levels of consciousness, which then sets the tone for a powerful new moon in Aries at 0 degrees on March 21st and creates the fertile ground of the phoenix rising from the ashes and the inner awakened warrior from within being reborn. This is then followed by Pluto shifting into Aquarius on March 23rd, which is clearing out old foundations and structures that are holding reality together. It's imperative that we have our own reality set in place. And this is done by belief systems, for they are what hold the structure of our personal and collective realities together. So we'll get a little taste of the system shifting as it will go into retrograde in June and eventually land in Aquarius in 2024 and will be there for 20 years, setting a completely new energy of societal transformations. The March Equinox always marks the beginning of the new astrological year, and this is the first moon cycle of the astrological year. And there's a massive energy of new beginnings with it being a new moon, as well as it being in Aries at 0 degrees. For Aries is where the whole zodiac begins. So this truly is the culmination of completely new realities being birthed. And it all starts within. Be sure to watch all the way through as I have a special surprise at the end. Okay, so the top 5 things that you need to know for this new moon in Aries. Number 1, we cannot create our new life from our old versions of self. We must create our new realities from our highest versions of self, as if we were already that highest version, already living in those new realities. A lack of clarity of our direction equals a lack of going inward. Outside noise equals confusion. Inward journeying equals clarity. Connection to self and source equals divine direction. I've been experiencing a lot of timelines shifting this month and have been committed to my path, doing my inner work, and being in integrity with myself. And one thing I've noticed as some of these dream realities came into play and crumbled shortly after was it showed me where I'm 1, not fully solid in my belief systems and where I get to consciously keep reprogramming myself. 2, where I get to continue going inward to create my reality within as I ignore the 3D reality. For it's just showing me old aspects of my consciousness that I'm reworking and will soon become solid as my beliefs become more anchored. 3, I was still trying to create from my old self of survival, rather from my wise new self who is thriving. The second thing to know, we are journeying into the calibration of our light bodies coming online. Light bodies mean bodies that are made mostly of matter simply become bodies that are made mostly of light. It's the activation process of going from 2-stranded DNA to an activation of 12-stranded DNA, where all of our human technology can be utilized. They want to distract you with outside technology to keep you away from your own divine technology called the human body. The process of the light body activation entails a lot of shedding of density, belief systems, programming, and old genetic codings that are keeping you in lower thought forms and in lower realities. In order to sustain being able to hold higher frequencies, that means we must transmute and alchemize whatever is dark or dense within us. So, what is ready to be released in order for you to be reborn? Number 3, you're not stuck. You're simply crystallizing. So much is happening from every level of reality and plane of existence right now that there is no way we could rely on our physical reality to tell us everything that is occurring within and around us. The term crystallizing came to mind as a two-part example. One, as we are getting light body activations, our body is quite literally crystallizing, and everything about us is changing. We are in the beginning stages of activating the true power of what it means to be human. And our entire operating system that is encoded inside of us is going to come online, and we will have to learn how to use this operating system. A lot of this is going to entail a demand for a regulated nervous system and properly functioning central nervous system, as this is the electrical system that gives signals to our entire body on how to function, how to perceive and create reality, and how to hold and maintain a high frequency. This will also entail a heart-mind coherence through a synchronization of the right and left hemispheres of the brain. This is a lot of what Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about in his work from a scientific perspective. But this is essentially what is required as we are shifting densities and moving from bodies made mostly of matter to bodies made mostly of light. I've definitely energetically picked up many times that he was Atlantean and is bringing back the knowledge of the power of the brain-heart coherence through the form of science. Because science is how people can logically measure energy and therefore accept it. He also very intentionally and intelligently calls them energy centers instead of chakras to rid any resistance to spiritual beliefs or blocks due to all of the collective religious programming in order to make it more universally accepted. He is a genius, and clearly it's working. The other example that I was seeing was the chrysalis, the stage of the caterpillar before it becomes the butterfly. We are spiritually in the stages of goo as we are transforming, and it can often feel like there's nothing solid to grab onto. This is the part of our stage where we have to surrender to transformation, knowing that we are already the butterfly. We just have to be in the time of the process of transformation. The fourth thing to know is you may be feeling conflicting energies between being in dreamland and imagining your new worlds and actually taking action on those dreams to make them a reality. With all of these inner shifts and transformations happening individually and collectively this month, your energy levels could be fluctuating greatly. You may be feeling a need for more rest, sleep, and meditation, as these are all active times you're actually receiving upgrades. So listen to your body, and the main keys for this time are rest, recalibration, and recreate. As warriors of light, we do not quit. We simply rest, recalibrate, and recreate. We are unbreakable. We are unshakable. We do not allow the 3D reality to dictate our mood, our attitude, or our ability to create completely new worlds. Hold strong to your power and remember that we are the ones to create this new world, and it all happens inside of our mind. And last but not least, the fifth thing for you to know about this new moon in Aries is we are undergoing a complete and total rebirth, the awakened warrior within. Aries represents the warrior as it's ruled by Mars, and Mars is the god of war. There is a dark side and a light side to the warrior. The dark side is hot-headed, emotionally reactive, destructive, and volatile. The light side is fighting for a cause worth fighting for, or fighting the good fight, as we are here to bring balance to the light and dark that is present. This warrior is proactive, bold, daring, and fearless. This is the time for the warrior to be awakened, holding oneself to a high standard of leadership and integrity, doing the job that they know that they are here to do, acting in alignment with honor, love, peace, and spiritual resolution. The awakened warrior creates solutions and acts upon those to create harmony for the benefit of all. They're focused on the health, well-being, and protection of the collective, and are here to be of service. So where are you being called to step up into your awakened warrior? Where is your higher calling calling you? Now is the time you must trust and walk the path with courage and bravery. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You have the focus of a true warrior, and I'm excited to see the rebirthing you will create for yourself and your soul during this potent time. The surprise I wanted to share with you is a poem that I wrote last fall after a beautiful meditation that I had, and I feel it fits the energy of this perfectly. It's called Empty Your Mind.
Empty your mind to release the invisible energies that bind. Your thoughts can either create or destroy, but are you aware of the ones that you continue to employ? Your field is a multitude of energies that encompass what you give your attention to. Your life is at your command when you consciously direct your thoughts on what to do. But so often, we have unconsciously given up our free will to a false ideology of power and authority, placing ourselves in the roles of victims, thinking we are being controlled and manipulated as some wounded perception of a minority. Yet, the universe doesn't discriminate towards anyone or anything, for the laws are all the same. What you put out, you get back. And it really is all just a game. When you understand that energy is energy and it will do whatever you want it to do, you will put your focus and attention in better places, knowing that your thoughts are the potion to a very powerful brew. Every single moment is the delivery of a manifestation. It just takes radical courage and responsibility to own every part of your creation. It's far too easy to think you're weak and point the finger as the power and control being outside of you. Whereas when you deliberately decide to seek answers only from within and to trust your own internal compass, can you understand that God is you.
Thank you for being here. May you become the true master of your mind and your reality, like you always intended to be.